BBC Radio Scotland.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
That was En Vogue with Don't Let Go. You're listening, in brackets, love. You're listening to Ashley Storrie on BBC Radio Scotland, live from Pacific Quay. We're into the third hour of the show. I'm joined, as always, by sidekick Silent Paul, and we have scores to get through for our Hollywood swinger, Christoph Waltz. Right, let me get into this because there's a lot of them. Oh, goodness, I'm scrolling all the way down. Ewan and Ryan are... I don't know how our muffin experts have got in touch and said, because they are looking for the perfect store-bought muffin in Scotland, have said they give 45 Kenny Rogers roasters to Christoph Waltz. Not bad, but not quite our thing. From earlier, a 3-figure onesie is even more unacceptable, Ashley. Sorry. Yeah, it is. I know it's an unacceptable thing, but I buy weird stuff. Thank you so much for getting in touch. Thomas from Austria says, I can imagine Walt singing in operas or operattas on stage, and he wouldn't be unprecedented. Comedian Harold Schmidt did play King Louis in Vienna. In Vienna Volksoper's People's Opera, Dubarry, last year, and he did talk sing. Waltz, on the other hand, has a great voice. I'm giving him 93 Kenny Rogers roasters, and that was Thomas from Austria.
We need to get over the talk singing. It's a valid form of singing.
It's a valid form of art, indeed. That was truly McGeechy Bokeh. McGeechy Boggin. Who's that from? Who is that? Hold on. Jane Jones. But as it's from a movie, I'll judge it accordingly. 45 Kenny Rogers roasters. Don't give up the day job, Jane Jones. P.S. The book Pinocchio is truly creepy book, and Ricky Lee Jones sang Chucky's in Love. That's we looked it up and we found it.
But Jane Jones says that, and this is Jane Jones who doesn't see anything. But has Jane Jones seen Pinocchio and the
Emperor of Darkness?
What was it? The Emperor of the Night?
Yes, with James Earl Jones.
But has Jane Jones seen this?
Jane
she
Jones
seems to have a lot of knowledge of this film, and this is Jane Jones who's basically seen like none of the movies we ever speak about.
Well, she also says, you do know the first person to play Eliza Doolittle was Julie Andrews. Yes, Jane Jones, I do know that. Thank you so much for getting aggy about that. And I'm not correct in saying that Marnie Nixon did the singing for Audrey Hepburn. Yes, she did. Marnie Nixon did the singing for My Fair Lady, the movie. And it was kind of a bit heartbreaking. Did we not talk about this in Julie Andrews' Hollywood Swinger, where she didn't get the part of...
Yeah, she originated the role on Broadway, and then when they wanted to do the film, they just went, nah.
But she ended up thanking the man who nabbed her because he gave her the nah. She ended up doing something even better, like Mary Poppins or something.
Sound of Music.
And it literally kick-started her career because she didn't do My Fair Lady.
Yeah, so she passively aggressively said thank you.
And
with,
there's
like,
nothing
sent to the office.
better than a passive-aggressive thank you.
You would never do that.
Oh, I would do that so hard. Was that you being sarcastic?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's my autism not picking up on it. What more have we got? We've got loads of scores. Martin in Orkney says, hello pals, great show. Nearly soiled myself laughing at Paul's apparent attempt at getting banned from the BBC. I also hard agree with Ashley on the creepiness of Pinocchio. What about the mad bit where the boys are given cigars and get turned into donkeys? Yeah, that's in the Disney one. There's a bit where they go to like a children nightclub and they all get drunk and then they turn into donkeys.
Guess what?
What?
Don't smoke. That's early attempts to persuade people don't smoke.
That's some weird shtick right there. Waltz is a fascinating success story and gave that creepy, almost circusy type vibe really well. Song's not my thing though, so 55 Kenny Rogers roasters from Martin in Orkney. And then Thomas in Austria says, Paul, Ashley made that Vienna means nothing to me joke last year, just saying. I make that every time he plays Vienna. It's like every time we play AC/DC, I make the very current AC/DC joke. It's the same joke I make over and over again, and that's what makes it funny. Mrs. Harris says, fantastic swinger, convincing performance, good voice, funny. I think I'll have it on repeat for the next 2 months. 98 Kenny Rogers roasters.
This is getting some scores.
From Mrs. Harris. P.S. Our trip to Finland was spectacular. Thank you so much. Jane Oregon says, hi Ashley and Paul. For a guy who's not a singer and doesn't speak English as his first language, I'd say Christoph did a pretty solid job. 85 Kenny Rogers roasters. My only complaint is that they didn't have him do a song in
3/4 time.
In 3/4 time. I mean, his last name is Waltz. Come on. Is that what Waltz
That's a
is?
music composition joke.
Oh,
He's made an actual clever joke.
lol.
It's because you don't understand.
Yeah, I said lol. I was giving him a lol for his clever joke. What else am I supposed to do?
Did it sarcastically.
That wasn't sarcasm. That was nervousness.
That was 100% sarcasm.
You don't know what my sarcasm sounds like, and usually you know when I'm being sarcastic because I put one of my eyebrows up, and ever since I got that emergency panic Botox, I can move my eyebrows again so people know when I'm being sarcastic. See?
Oh yeah, they move.
They move now. That was a mistake, and I wish I hadn't done it. That was a fear moment in my life where I just went and got them to inject botulinum into my forehead, and then for like a month I couldn't move my face.
It happens.
It doesn't, and it shouldn't. Right. What are we talking about next in fads? Oh, this was a fun fad.
Yeah, for a wee while in the night, basically in the early-ish 90s.
Midish 90s.
Midish 90s, like 94, 95 period, I would say.
There was a trend of new music artists doing a duet with an older artist.
Aye, let's just find like a legend,
Yes.
an old legend, and just team up.
A seasoned legend.
A seasoned legend.
And let's team up. Let's start some rumours that we maybe had kissy lips back behind the scenes.
This was actually a rumour, I remember that at the time.
Yeah, I remember it too. And do you know what else?
Let's say who it is first, right?
We're
If we're
talking about
it.
Take That and Lulu, sang Relight My Fire. But I remember three things about this. One, Mark Owen had a crop top t-shirt that was like Johnson's, that was like baby powder. And I bought that and wore it as a child, which was super creepy.
Other baby powders are available.
Don't be using baby powder. It's weird, not what your body was made for. The second thing was the rumours that Lulu and one of the Take That people had like a romantic tryst.
It would be Jason, wouldn't it?
I think it was Jason.
I think it was Jason.
Jason.
Wasn't Howard.
And it wasn't Robbie.
No,
It
and
certainly
Gary
wasn't
didn't do
Gary.
anything, and Mark Owen was too. Nah, it was definitely Jason.
It definitely was not Gary Barlow, because he's the
For those
worst.
who are unaware of Take That, I don't know if you're living on another planet. That was Jason Orange, who was basically
William of Orange's son.
yeah.
And the third thing I remember about it was that it was an absolute banger. It was so good, wasn't it?
Strangely, because I don't like a lot of
Take That.
no.
Or Lulu.
She's okay.
She's great. I love Lulu. She added to the song. It was exciting.
Take That ruined songs, and this song, because I prefer the original by Dan Hartman.
Okay. I think this is a great one. I think it's got the disco vibes that you like. I think it's a good song to dance to, and I think it was an absolute cracker. So here they are. It is Take That with Lulu and Relight My Fire.